At the beginning of the week, the US dollar dropped compared to its Friday's levels. The weakening of the US currency was caused by several factors. The main reason is a disastrous epidemiological situation in the United States. A number of confirmed virus cases and death toll in the US are the largest in the world. The US dollar has also been influenced by the US inflation data that was published on Friday. The country's inflation declined to 1.5% from 2.3%. Such a significant slowdown occurred after two emergency meetings held by the US Fed. Thus, the regulator is expected to take new measures, including the rate cut, to stimulate the country's economy. No wonder the US dollar is losing ground. On Friday, after a 70-hour fluctuation within the range of 1.0920 1.0950, the euro-dollar pair managed to break the upper border. However, it failed to consolidate on the reached levels. Several hours later, the quote moved back to the level of 1.0920. If the pair consolidates below 1.09, it may resume the downward movement and hit the main level of 1.0850. However, the pair may also trade within the range of 1.0910 1.0960 due to sluggish market activity. The pound-dollar pair was also trading within the narrow range of 1.2440 1.2480. The quote made an attempt to break the limits of the range. However, it returned to its previous levels. The pound-dollar pair is likely to fluctuate within the range of 1.2440 2530. However, the activity is expected to be rather tepid. If the market activity increases, traders may implement the following recommendations. Buy positions can be opened above 1.2535 with a targeted level at 1.2620. Sell positions can be opened below 1.2435 with a target at 1.2415, 2390 and 2360. European holidays is the main factor that prevents the US dollar from a slump. Moreover, uncertainty over yesterday's deal on lower oil production supports the US currency. All major oil exporters have finally come to an agreement. However, oil prices have not changed yet. The fact is that the agreement will come into force only in May. Moreover, there is no exact information about the mechanism of the oil output reduction and limits of the future oil production increase. In other words, there are a lot of unsettled issues. That's why stabilization in oil and other markets is delayed. Nevertheless, it's the main factor that supports the US dollar amid uncertainties and various threats. That's all for now. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and keep abreast of the latest events. See you soon.